You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems
So my best friend of almost 10 years just cut me off like a few weeks ago because I was told that their girlfriend is not comfortable with our relationship. So he's tired of arguing with her and he wants peace in his relationship. So he's going to cut me off. Now, before y'all go getting y'all britches up y'all ass, our friendship has never been nothing but platonic, and he has hundreds of girlfriends, not just moi. I'm not even the one he see in person or like in a lot of the pictures at all. It's a lot of them other bitches, but I get it. The thing that just kind of bothered me is when I had my girlfriend and she didn't like you, nigga, I just dealt with the consequences. But when the shoe's on the other foot, you want to cut me off and then tell me you hope it don't affect our relationship. It absolutely will. It absolutely will. What the fuck is up? What the fuck? How was you called?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And as you guys just seen before this video, I'm here to discuss the video that's going viral right now of a woman complaining that her best friend, who is a male, cut her off after having repeated conversations with his girlfriend about her being uncomfortable with his existence. And it opened up the dialogue online of, if you're in a serious relationship, because his girlfriend lives with him and, they're heading towards getting married and stuff like that. So if you're in a serious relationship, engaged or married, should you have a best friend of the opposite sex? Like, is that okay? Or if you do have a best friend of the opposite sex and your significant other asks you to cut them off, are they being insecure? So here's my opinion. No, you should not have a best friend of the opposite sex. No, you should not. Now, I know some of you who've been subscribed to me for a long time. Y'all gonna be like, oh, but Alex, you said when you get with a girl, one of the dumbest things you can do is cut your homegirls off or cut your female friends off. I still stand by that. First of all, I need you guys to understand something. There's two things that make this situation different than when I made that video, okay? Number one, alright? This is a serious relationship. This is his living girlfriend. Alright? He's thinking about proposing to her. They live together. You know what I'm saying? This is not no brand new relationship or nothing like that. If you have a living girlfriend, or you're engaged, or you're married, right? Because living girlfriend is like a step away from basically being married. Y'all on your last stage. Y'all making sure y'all can live together. And then everything is up from there, right? Once you get to that point, alright? Yeah. At that point, that person has the right to be like, look, you shouldn't be having all these contacts with this female friends. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you guys got to understand something. Once you have a living girlfriend or you have a wife, a lot of the things that brings value to having a female friend goes away. And vice versa. Once you have a husband or a boyfriend, a lot of the things that your male friends brought as value to the table goes away. Right? Like, I made a whole video about the value of having female friends a while back, right? But you don't need anything that they supply once you have a wife or a living girlfriend. Like, I talked about how women are great, like, for like sponsoring your business or promoting your business, and they make great employees. You don't need a woman to promote or sponsor your business when you have a wife or a living girlfriend. She'll do it for you, right? I talked about how women give you game, how to deal with other women or how to read certain things that other women say. You don't need that when you have a wife or a girlfriend, because one, you have a wife or a girlfriend now, and two, if you're in a situation like, let's say with a coworker or something like that, where a girl's getting on your nerve and you need advice on how to handle it, you could just ask your wife or girlfriend. You guys catch my drift, right? Going to game nights. One of the reasons I said it's cool to have girlfriends is because going to game nights and stuff, and girls put you on, right? They put you on with their friends, or they put you in environments to get more girls. Again, you don't need that when you have a living girlfriend or a wife. So naturally, she takes the place of what you used to see as value from those other females. All right, that's number one. Number two, she said that was her best friend. All right, I said don't cut off your female friends. She said that that man was her best friend. That's suspect. Let me tell you guys something, and this is just no man or woman should have a best friend of the opposite sex. That doesn't make sense. Men and women are too fundamentally different for you to have a best friend of the opposite sex. I'll give you guys an example. Me and my best friends, we're going to go see Superman. I would not ask none of my female friends to go with me to see Superman because I already know that's something that they don't want to do. And they would only really do that with someone that they were sleeping with who they just was going along for the ride because that's someone that they're sleeping with. I wouldn't tell my female friends, oh, come out, Link, watch Superman with me, right? I was hanging out with my homeboys to watch the Knicks in the playoffs. I wouldn't tell none of my female friends to come out and watch the Knicks in the playoffs with me, right? If I need to vent about my relationship, I'm not going to vent to my female friends about my relationship. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, you know, my best friends and my male friends, right? We got like Marvel Rivals we play together online. We got college football 25 dynasties that we got online. Like, we play the game. We do animes, superhero shit, sports. We lift weights together. We go to the gym. I'm not doing none of that shit with my female friends. This is why they're not my best friends. How can they be my best friends when we're that different? So vice versa. How is this man your best friend? Women don't like to do the same thing men do. You like, girls like to go to brunch. You telling me your male best friend going to brunch with you and the girls? Girls like to go out to the club and shake their ass. Your male best friend going with you to the club to shake ass? Right? Girls like to go to spa days. Girls like to get dressed up and play Nobu and, you know what I mean, listen to music while they do their hair and nails and have game nights where they wear the same color pajamas and shit. That's the type of stuff women like to do. Go and get their nails done together and shit. Like, y'all get what I'm saying? None of that is anything your male best friend is interested in doing. So how does y'all even get to the point of being best friends when the activities you want to partake in as a woman and the activities he wants to partake in as a man are not the same? 9 out of 10 times if someone's telling you they have a best friend of opposite sex, they're definitely smashing or they did. Because that's the only way you could get to a connection where y'all become best friends. Friends, fine. Best friends, that's crazy. The only way you should have a best friend of the opposite sex is if the best friend of the opposite sex is gay or a lesbian. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, Alex, she says she is a lesbian. Here's the problem. She's a lipstick lesbian. I already did a whole video on lipstick lesbians and bisexual women. I've done plenty of videos on them. They're not really gay. The only women I trust to be 100% I like women and I don't take no D on the side are studs. If you are not a stud, if you are not a male presenting woman, then I do not believe that you're gay. Right? It's just a quick example. I'm not going to go through all the stories because I've already made videos about it. But like I said, one of my homegirls was supposedly a lesbian all the way through college. Her ass is married now with 4 kids. And she still sleeps with women on the side every now and then. He just doesn't know that. So I say that to say, her saying, oh, I'm a lesbian with her nails done and her hair done and her feminine presenting self doesn't mean anything to me. Alright? Now, I'm going to say this. I said if your girl's or your wife's male best friend is gay, it should be cool, but keep your eyes peeled because this is another gender. Right? The younger your girlfriend or wife is, the less homophobic she is. I repeat, let it breathe, run it back. The younger your girlfriend is, the younger she is, the less homophobic she is, which means you got to watch that gay best friend if you got a young girlfriend. If your girlfriend is Gen X, you're good. They were super homophobic. In the eyes of 90% of Gen X women, if you're a bisexual man, you're just a gay man. They're not sleeping with gay men. They ain't sleeping with bi men because they view them as the same thing. They don't allow men to be bi. In the eyes of most millennial women, it's the same thing. There's no such thing as a bi man. You're just gay. The rules are different. It's a double standard. Oh, well, there's double standards in life. Deal with it. Now, when you get to women who are like 27 and younger, you start to get to Gen Z. Gen Z blurs those lines. Gen Z women will 100% sleep with gay men. Because they just view it as, oh, he's bisexual. Gen Z women believe in a man being bisexual. They don't see the problem with a dude sticking his peen up some dude's shit box and then putting it in their pussy. They don't see a problem with it. All the generations before them did. So if you're a younger dude watching this video and your girl got a gay best friend, I suggest that you check that dude out before you just decide that you're okay with it. Because I think personally, Jared McClain, for example, seems gay to me, right? If you don't know who that is, look him up. He played for the Sixers. He paints his nails and everything. He's just got a real zesty demeanor, but apparently he's not gay, right? I think Caleb Williams seems gay to me, but apparently he's not gay, right? Kai Cenat and I Show Speed took a shower together, but apparently they're not gay. You guys get what I'm saying? So you gotta check out this dude who's supposedly gay. Because he might be bisexual, and again, if your woman is Gen Z, she probably letting him clap. But if he truly is gay, or she truly is a masculine presented lesbian, then it's fine. But other than that, there's no way that an opposite sex should be your best friend. Because again, a gay male likes to do girl things, so it makes sense. A stud likes to do male things, so it would make sense. In the reverse, it makes absolutely no sense. I also want to say this. She said, I'm not the only chick he hangs with. He hangs with all these other chicks. She didn't say nothing about them. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the other chicks aren't doing anything to make her uncomfortable. That's why she doesn't have a problem with them. You're doing something to make her uncomfortable. That's why she has a problem with you. And I know what you're doing. You said this dude is your best friend. Now listen, when you have female, first of all, there's a golden rule. And this, the best gems come for those who stay till the end. I repeat, the best gems come for those who stay till the end. There's a golden rule that most men and women know that's like unwritten. And what that rule is we can be as cool as we are, right? But as soon as I get into a relationship or as soon as I get married, you gotta fall back. Now that doesn't mean I'm gonna cut you off, but I won't have to cut you off if you understand the golden rule. Like a lot of my homegirls, they naturally stop hitting me up as much once they get in a relationship, and vice versa. I naturally stop hitting them up as much once we get in a relationship. Like, for example, one of my homegirls, April, I hung out with her like a month and a half ago just to catch up with her or whatever. We smoked the J outside the mall and was just catching up or whatnot, right? Up until that point, I hadn't seen her physically in 2 years. In 2 years, I hadn't seen her physically. Like, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, so I'm saying that to say, like, even before I got in a relationship, there would be large gaps in between when we would hang out. It was like that with all my female friends. Like, we would probably hang out like once every 6 months, once every 4 months max. Like, you guys know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't, you don't got that much to do to really hang out that much. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a game night, I would go, you know what I mean? Or we just wanted to catch up, or if somebody needed somebody, we'd be there for each other. But we're not going to be up each other's asses like that. We just got like a cool thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to you to say, right? That's my homegirl. I've known her for years. Solid. Cool ass chick. But it had been 2 years since we even hung out. Right? You know what I'm saying? So that's generally how it works. When you get like most of my homegirls, they get in a relationship, they fall back. And then also, when they know I'm in a relationship, they fall back. They change how they move. They change how they hit me up, when they hit me up, what hours they hit me up, what they hit me up about. As to not make my girl uncomfortable, and vice versa. I don't want to mess up your marriage. I don't want to mess up your relationship. Like, I met one of my friend's husband one time at her birthday party, and I already knew. I was like, yo, look, he don't like me. At that time, this was years ago. This was like around when she first got married. At that time, I was in a relationship with a different chick. She didn't like her, and we was just like, all right, cool. We still gonna be cool, but we just not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, we just not gonna mess nothing up for each other. So we gonna fall back a little bit, and we did. So most men and women, this is just like natural. When my homegirls get a boyfriend and they stop hitting me up as much, I don't get mad. That's how it goes. That's what you're supposed to do. It's cool. I hope he marry you, and I hope it work out. So the fact that you're even contesting this, or you had to be told to fall back to the point where he had to cut you off, that means you're doing something. And I think the thing that you're doing is you're probably, because this is your best friend, you're probably hitting them up all the time. You gotta understand, guys, women, when they consider you their best friend, it's like you their boyfriend. The only difference being, you probably, you might be smashing. I hope you're smashing at that point, to be honest with you, because you're going to be dealing with everything a boyfriend would be dealing with, so you might as well be smashing, otherwise you're getting cheated. Because what I mean by that is, every little inconvenience she has, she's going to call you to complain about the inconvenience, right? And if you know anything about women, they have multiple inconveniences every day. So she's calling you probably every day, at least every other day, multiple times a week, to either just talk in general about the positive of her day, or to talk in general about all the things that got on her nerves in her day, or whatever emotional upswing she has. Now, when you have a girlfriend and she sees your phone rings constantly, and it's the same girl calling you, and this girl wears makeup, and this girl dresses like a girl, and it's like, goddamn. And then you gotta understand, this is supposedly your best friend. Y'all probably on the phone for hours. Like, when my best friends call me, we on the phone like 20, 30 minutes. It's not a quick conversation. It's my best friend. You know what I mean? So not 20, 30 minutes. We on the phone for like an hour. Because this is my best friend, so it's not a regular conversation. With my regular friends, male or female, we might only be on the phone like 10, 15 minutes. But my best friend, you'll be on the phone for like an hour for her. A whole hour. That's just how it works. Like, y'all know what I'm saying? So you imagine you being a woman, you in the bed waiting for your man to come back, he on the phone with his female best friend for an hour listening to her bitch about her day. Ain't nobody gonna be dealing with that. Nobody, male or female, is gonna be dealing with that. Put yourself in the girlfriend's shoes, guys. Like, imagine your chick, she like, oh, my best friend calling, he calling, let me talk to him, and she's gone for like an hour talking to another nigga. You gonna be like, yo, what? And she going for an hour talking to her homegirl, who cares? But if you going for an hour talking to another man, that's insane. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I know that's what you was doing. That's why she's not mad at the other girls, and she's mad at you. You so emotional, you went online and made a whole video talking about it, instead of just falling back. Like, that's all you gotta do is fall back. Then she like, oh, I know if him and the girlfriend break up, he gonna wanna be cool again, but no. Like, why? Again, my homegirls, bro, when I was single, my homegirls, if they got in a relationship, they would stop talking to me. Obviously, when they got out of the relationship, they would start talking again. That is normal. Like, there's no reason to get mad about that. That's normal. Like, yo, you gotta make your dude comfortable. I get it. I'm an attractive dude, so if I'm hitting you up, your man's probably gonna naturally be like, yo, who the fuck is that? So, I'm gonna fall back. You know what I mean? I'll hit you up every now and then to check on you, but it'll probably be months in between that. You know? Like my friend I told y'all before, I had hung out with her in like 2 years, and I probably checked up on her like 4 times in that 2-year period. And we had changed a couple of messages or whatever, just checking in on each other. But there's no real reason to be in constant contact. And you so bothered by this that not only are you making a viral video about it, but you're talking about some, oh, he can't come back? Like, what is that? What is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, she's sitting here talking about some, he don't cut off your friend because of a relationship. Like, girl, not only do women cut off their friends all the time because of a relationship, they do this to their female friends too, by the way. But a girl will cut you off just because you took, like, you didn't get a chance to call her for her birthday until 5 o'clock because you was busy at work. She'll cut you off for that. So what are you talking about? Like, you can't understand. So at the end of the day, just to wrap the video up, listen, if you're in a serious relationship or you're in a marriage, no, you should not have a best friend of opposite sex. That's my opinion. That's just me. Can you have friends? Yes. But should you have a best friend? No. And again, your friends should naturally know to fall back. You know that y'all can check in, like I said, every couple months or whatever the case may be, but y'all shouldn't be in constant contact. Like every day. That's weird. That's just my thoughts on it, man. But y'all let me know in the comments. I am Alex and I am out. Peace.